Welcome to the Printing Reports tutorial. You had an overview of reports in the Quick Start tutorial. If you have not watched the Quick Start tutorial, I suggest you watch it first to learn about Dance Designer's basic features before using the more advanced features. This tutorial will include choosing report styles, choosing tracks to print, and print preferences. I am on the Reports tab. I have already added music, counts, dancers, created a path, and wrote some notes. The Select Report button opens a list of report styles. I will select Cover Page and zoom in on the page using the Zoom function on the bottom right of the window. All of the information for the cover page comes from the dance information window you filled in when you started a new dance. You can change any of this information by selecting File and clicking the Dance Information Window option. Once this window is opened, you can change any of the information you have entered and click OK to save and update the report. I will change the venue from Kodak Theater to Nokia Theater and click OK. You will need to select the report again to refresh the report to show the new information. Now you will see that the new report shows the Nokia Theater instead of the Kodak Theater. Let's look at the General Notes report. This page is blank because you have to select the track you want to print. I will select Choreo 1 because that is where I have written my notes. The information across the top of the window is the report header. The information on the right is from the Dance Information window, including choreographer, the dance name, and the song title. On the left side is the track you selected and the report style. General Notes display only the information in the General Notes category in the Notes window for every count. Now we will look at the Summary Notes report. Summary Notes only display the leg, motion, and motion detail categories of your notes, and the general note on the first count of each phrase. Let's look at Detailed Notes. This report will show every category from the Notes window and the general note from the first count of each phrase. The Detailed Notes report will only display categories that are displayed in the current view of the Notes window. Let me show you. I will go to the Notes tab, select Notes Properties. I will hide Choreo, Arms, and Head, and click OK. Now in the Notes view, we will see General Notes, Leg, Motion, Motion Detail, Direction/Quality, and Detailed Notes. When I go back to the Reports tab and select Choreo 1 to refresh the report, you will see that the categories that were selected to view in the Notes Properties window are displayed on the report. Let's look at the different ways you can view your report. There are 3 buttons on the bottom right of the Reports window. The first is Single Page Mode, which is the current view, 2-Page Mode, which displays 2 pages side by side, and the last is Scroll Mode, which removes the page breaks and allows you to continuously scroll through the whole report. I will go back to Single Page Mode. Now let's look at the track comparison report. I will leave Choreo 1 as the first track and select Chanel G as the second track. This will show Choreo 1 and Chanel G in a side-by-side view showing leg, motion, and motion detail. Next are the Tech Notes. General Tech Notes display only the notes on the first count of each phrase. Detailed Tech Notes show the notes on every count of every phrase. The final report is Storyboards. I will select the storyboards and select All under Tracks to Print. The All option only works with storyboard reports. The storyboards display the recorded positions, path, and the position of the dancers at the end of each phrase. Looking at the first page of this report, you will see the recorded positions and solid and dashed lines for each of the dancers for the current phrase. The report will show all of the recorded positions that occur within that displayed phrase. The solid line indicates the path completed within the phrase. The dashed line indicates a path that continues beyond the current phrase. And the dancers show the position that they reached on the last count of the phrase. On phrase 1, we see the dancers starting at the recorded positions shown at the top of the window. Then you see the second recorded position along the path with a solid line between the two positions. This indicates that this portion of the path is completed within the current phrase. As we continue along the path, the line becomes dashed, indicating that the path continues beyond the current phrase. The dancer's position indicates where they are at the end of the phrase. This phrase shows the dancer starting here at the start of the phrase and move here by the end of the phrase, and shows that the path continues to the next phrase. On phrase 2, we see that the dancers start at the recorded position and end here indicated by the dancer. The dashed line shows that the path continues to the next phrase. I will scroll through to phrase 6, and you see that only one dancer has a path. This indicates that the other two dancers do not move during the entire phrase. Storyboards print the current preferences selected in the Path Properties window on the Path tab. Let me show you. Open the Path tab and select Path Properties. I will hide all names, use dancer icons, and hide the path, and click OK. Now when I go to the Reports tab and select the same report, it will refresh the report showing dancer icons instead of ovals, hiding the display names, and hiding the path. Now the report only shows the dancers' positions at the end of each phrase. Here is phrase 1, phrase 2, phrase 3, and so on. Now let's look at print preferences. You can select how frequently you want a storyboard image captured. It defaults to every phrase, but you can change it so the images are displayed every second or fourth phrase. You can select what image type you want to capture. The default is the plan view, but you may capture images from either of your video files. This will print the video image instead of the path. Then you can select how many images you want to print on each page. The default is 1, and you can show a maximum of 12 images per page. I will select 4. Last, you can select your page layout, either landscape or portrait. I will click OK. Because I changed the number of images per page to 4, the report will refresh and it will now display 4 images per page. Now it's time to click the Print Report button. Choose your printer and click OK to print. This concludes the Printing Reports tutorial.